We're going for one of those guys. Public, personal, private. One more time, guys. Public, personal, private. Public is a little bit of a gray area in the terms of not just how you define on Google search engine thing, Emma Bob. Think about like what would actually be exposed, right? Versus when it already is. So, for example, not necessarily everyone found out that I lost my virginity. This is an example. I'm actually a virgin. This is an example. Not necessarily everyone has to find out that I lost my virginity, but at least it's possible, right? That's public. Personal is, I wanted to be on the now this is a real example, but say it with me. I wanted to become the team and my PYT, the most perfect person of all time, but I know better to be full of myself. Now, even just mentioning that in public can be a little awkward and sound like it's bullying or even self-conceiting. So that's personal. No one has to find out that I am the axe murderer. Muhahaha, private. Why is this important? Do you realize how many secrets are out there? Do you realize how many secrets are out there? And do you realize that what we don't know is a culture of society, kind of like the One Piece anime, that the world is much bigger than you could ever realize, even in terms of wisdom. There are so many things that people don't know how to do. They don't know how to teach, like how I teach in high school. Sorry, if you don't, you know. But I get teachers anyways. But they don't know how to teach. They don't know how to learn. They don't know how to grow. They don't know how to mind their own business. And I don't believe in that anyways. I don't believe in meow culture. But that's for another video. And they don't know how to actually honor that even the things that they have to do know for their own emergency's sake actually aren't in vain. Now, the lingo of triad between public, personal, and private is not a bad thing. And this took me, now, to be fair, this took me forever to figure out. Why are people keeping secrets from me? What if it was an emergency? Well, I know better than to invade their privacy and boundaries. I'm a good person. I was very self-righteous my whole life. I actually didn't know how to leave people the fuck alone. And I was very nosy and eavesdropping all the time and telling them, at least McKean McLean did keep secrets for the right reasons. She gets 20,000 of them, and she's so chronically dishonest, but at least she does the right thing. And then McKean will set boundaries. I'm like, McKeena, don't set boundaries. Those are the wrong kind of boundaries. Those are silly boundaries. It was none of my business what she did with them. Now, I know it was sad that her friends and her audience thought that they knew what she was doing. They didn't. And they accused me of really terrible things. But even then, if McKeena waited too long, she would have fucked it over anyways. But McKeena did the right thing by setting boundaries and having healthy self-respect, because if you don't believe in self-respect and self-responsibility, you're the problem, not the solution. And it's not your fault, but it is your conditioning. So that's personal, private, and public.